cricket hero, philanthropist, politician. In a series of films since 2011, People in Power has tracked the rise of Imran Khan from when his political party began to make waves
tsunami aa rahi hai,
to the dashed hopes of the 2013 election and his first 100 days in power after he became Pakistan's Prime Minister in 2018. Ousted from power in 2022, when we began to follow Imran Khan for a fourth film the following summer, his political career was at its most perilous. Now, with Khan behind bars and his party's symbol left off the ballot, we ask whether Pakistan's latest political storm will put an end to his movement and what that means for democracy in the country.
Lahore, June 2023. This is the home of Imran Khan, sports hero turned politician. He was ousted as Prime Minister in 2022 in a parliamentary vote of no confidence. A year later, he was charged with corruption and jailed for 2 weeks. We arrived in Pakistan just after his release. In the aftermath of Khan's arrest, we wanted to see if he could hold his party together. Only a few years ago, this house was surrounded by passionate supporters, waving green and red flags, what Khan described as the tsunami. Support today is restrained. Khan was now facing a slew of new charges.
It is a joke what is going on there. Now my cases have crossed 1.5 century. I mean, I'm well on my way towards my double century. That's 150 odd cases now, 54, 4 or 5. 6 cases when I was in jail. When I was inside the jail, when I was cut off from everyone, they still had 6 criminal cases against me.
Imran Khan's arrest on May the 9th, 2023, sparked nationwide protests. His supporters blamed the Pakistani army. Within hours, in unprecedented scenes, buildings linked to the armed forces were attacked by crowds across the country. The authorities responded with a fierce crackdown.
The government acts with impunity. They can pick up anyone they want. All they have to do is belong to my party, PTI, or supporters, or even TikTokers, or people on social media who are supporting.
Within a month, Khan's Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaaf party, or PTI, appeared destroyed.
We reckon they picked up 10,000 of our people so far, and they're picking up on a daily basis. The rest of my leadership, which is still not in jails, and the workers, they're all underground. No one is living in their houses. And unfortunately, a judiciary, which is the only hope right now, but they're under so much pressure because it's just out and out naked show of power. The establishment is behind it. The puppet government, of course, knows that if there are elections, they'll be wiped out. So they are supporting this, these draconian measures.
By June, almost 40 senior PTI leaders were arrested or had resigned.
मैं सेक्रेटरी जनरल तहरीक-ए-इंसाफ की जो जिम्मेदारी है और कोर कमेटी की मेंबरशिप
मैं कहना चाहती हूं कि आज से मैं PTI.
Those who weren't arrested were in hiding. The man who succeeded Khan as Prime Minister, Shahbaz Sharif, publicly denied that the arrests were politically motivated. PTI Vice Chairman Shah Mahmood Qureshi had been released from prison the previous evening.
well, jail is not a very pleasant place to be in. And solitary confinement is tough.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर शादी बड़ी मुबारक हो आपको खैर मुबारक ये कि आपने डिग्निटी और रिस्पेक्ट से अपना ये जो गुजारा ना वक्त
हाँ जी
अल्लाह बड़ा अल्लाह ने करम किया आप पे
मैं अपने आप को कमजोर आदमी समझता हूँ
This crowd are lawyers from northern Punjab, here to show support for Khan.
ये निज़ाम नहीं चल सकता। ये जो कर रहे हैं इस वक्त, कि जिस तरह का जुल्म और नाइंसाफी, मुझे तो सबसे ज़्यादा फिक्र अपने बेचारे कारकुनों की है। सारी जिहाद इंसाफ के लिए ये जो नाइंसाफी हुई है, कि पहले से प्लान किया हुआ था, कि ये प्लान किया हुआ था सिर्फ एक मकसद थे कि तहरीक इंसाफ को क्रश करना, कि इलेक्शन तब होगा जब तहरीक इंसाफ इलेक्शन नहीं लड़ सकेगी। और यही कैसे जी, सबको जेलों में, सारी सीनियर क़यादत जेलों में। आपने देखे, एक तो आपके लिए बड़ी इस वक्त ड्यूटी है कि आपने जो कारकुन बेचारे जेलों में हैं, उनको आपने जेलों से निकालना।
This video is from the demonstrations against Imran Khan's arrest. It shows 30-year-old Taiba Raja, a social media influencer, throwing her headscarf at police, then being roughly manhandled by officers. She's been in prison since that day. Taiba's father, Ashik Ali, works as a mechanic near Islamabad.
ये मुझे खबर टीवी से पता चली है। मैं टीवी देख रहा था रात को, सुबह तकरीबन 5 बजे का टाइम था, तो वो ये उनके आगे भाई कह रही थी, दुपट्टा इसने अपना फेंका, लेकिन उन्होंने फिर भी इसको घसीटा है। फिर उन्होंने पुलिस के आगे इसको थ्रो। फिर भी कहता हूँ चीफ आर्मी स्टाफ साहब को, खुदा रहा है आप ये इस पे ख्याल करें। आपकी बेटियाँ, आपकी बहुएँ हैं, आपकी पोती हैं, दोती हैं, आपकी बहनें हैं, खुदा रहा है इस पे ख्याल करें। सियासत को साथ नहीं दें, ये आने जाने वाले हैं। मेरा दिल तो खून क्या सुर।
Taiba's case is represented by lawyer Hadija Siddiqui.
I'm not linked to PTI in any way. I am not part of PTI group.
Taiba, seen here in white, was being held in a cell with 4 other women, all accused of instigating attacks on army property.
So basically, all these women, they are behind bars for over 100 days now, and the trial has not commenced. So the bails that were filed 2 months ago of these women are still pending in the Lahore High Court, and they are being delayed on one pretext or the other. So this is the Code of Criminal Procedure that has the statutory section for entitlement of a female accused to post-arrest bail. So this is very crucial in our case because we are solely entitled as per our gender for the female petitioners to be granted bail. They have the right to post-arrest bail. In these cases, the law states that it does not matter whether the female is charged with a bailable or a non-bailable offense. Irrespective of whatever category of offense the female is charged with, she's entitled to bail. But in these cases, we see that these women are merely kept behind bars for the sole purpose that they have a voice.
Imran Khan was heading to court. His security team prepared for the 4-hour drive to Islamabad. In the last year, Khan has survived 2 assassination attempts.
The first thing, we don't have with the weapons, the guards. They withdrew all our guards about month and a half ago. Obviously, anything can happen anywhere, and the government is now providing us the security. Even the mandate, what is the ex-prime minister have? Government is saying, yes, he have threat from the terrorists, but they leave him alone without security.
Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Khan was scheduled to appear in hearings at 3 different courts.
पहली पेरेंट्स किधर है?
हाई कोर्ट नहीं है, जुडिशियल का नहीं वो कह रहे हाई वो जुडिशियल वाला लेट हो जाएगा.
What's the plan for today?
Well, I've to appear in court. I have 17 bails. So it'll take a while today going through all these bails.
At a hearing in Islamabad a month earlier, Khan was arrested while he was still on the grounds of the High Court.
Well, you know, like today, whenever I go to courts and in Islamabad, I always think there's a possibility that they could put me in jail because there are so many cases. You know, we have law of the jungle right now. Might is right. There's no protection. No fundamental rights are protected against this might, which is this, undeclared martial law in Pakistan.
Khan's election win in 2018 was widely seen to have been supported by the army. Now, he's become their most vocal opponent.
Now that the gloves are off, do you think you can ever peel it back to have a good relationship with them?
It's a strange situation. It's unprecedented in Pakistan. You never have a situation where the army or the military establishment is standing against the people of the country. They're petrified of elections because they know that my party will win the elections.
Pakistan's military did not respond to our request for comment on the matters raised in this documentary, but it has previously denied being behind the crackdown against the PTI. When we joined Khan, elections were scheduled for October 2023, 4 months away.
In the last few months, out of 37 by-elections, my party has swept 30 of them. Hence, you're seeing this crackdown, where all these cases on me, over 10,000 of my workers in jail, party banned from media. So it's only happening because the ruling elite is petrified that if there are elections, we will be swept back into power.
कुछ लोगों के बारे में तो था ही ना घटिया है लेकिन इस लेवल पे नहीं था अल्लाह ने एक्सपोज किया
Allegations surfaced that some senior PTI leaders were only freed from custody after publicly condemning the destruction of army property and distancing themselves from Khan.
In terms of the crackdown and the people who have left your party, especially the high-profile people, how do you feel about that?
I'm, what should I say, a bit disappointed in some of them. Because, I mean, they really benefited from being in the party. And they were just unknown people who came into prominence because of being in the party. And them leaving the party under pressure, clearly there's pressure on them by the military establishment. But right now, people are terrorized by this crackdown. But I think this political engineering they are trying to do to eliminate the biggest political party in the country actually means eliminating democracy in the country.
During our time in Pakistan, Imran Khan's image was rarely, if ever, shown on national television.
What is the censorship on you and PTI at the moment?
Complete ban. We're not allowed on electronic media, even on print media. Only negative stuff, nothing positive.
How important are these YouTube channels as platforms in Pakistan today?
They have gained great significance, high viewership, because the mainline channels are now all controlled, censored, and people get their information from YouTube now.
This video is from the May 9th protests in support of Khan. It shows the arrest of Sanam Javed. She's a well-known social media activist in Pakistan.
First day video when she was arrested.
Javed Khan is Sanam's father.
ये सनम जो है ये 30 दिन के बाद अपनी वालदा से मिल रही है. पुलिस ट्रक से उतरना मेरे लिए इंतहाई पेनफुल था. वो एक पढ़ी लिखी एजुकेटेड लड़की है और मुझे उसको इस हालत में देख के शदीद दुख हुआ. खान साहब की आइडियोलॉजी को सपोर्ट करना तो जुर्म नहीं है और उसके लिए पाकिस्तान की सारी इस्टेब्लिशमेंट ने 14 साल मेहनत करके लोगों के ज़हन में लोगों को ये ब्रीफ किया था कि वो एक अच्छा आदमी है. तो वो उस पर बिलीव करती है और वो सपोर्ट करती है पीटीआई को. वो अपने जो मे बी इमरान खान साहब से उन्होंने मिलिट्री इस्टेब्लिशमेंट ने ये मकासद हासिल किए कि उन्होंने सिविल लीडरशिप को बदनाम करके अब किसी को भी इस काबिल नहीं छोड़ा है कि वो मुल्क को इकट्ठा रख सकें।
Sanam's husband, a college professor, was also jailed. They have 2 children, aged 7 and 10.
Everyone has a right to protest, and if you get arrested for protesting, that is very wrong. Every Monday we go to the jail to meet her, and I see her over there, but I can't touch her. There, my fingers go through the windows. It's just like a small space that I don't have to cry when I go there, because if I cry, then she will cry, and I don't want that to happen.
Sanam's children hadn't been to school for 4 months.
First days we were very scared because we got told that we could get traced and that they could arrest us and blackmail our mom, you know.
Muhammad was the first of the family to realize his mother had been arrested.
I just saw on YouTube that mom's getting arrested on the news, police taking her into the van. It has been 3 months and 20 days till she's in jail.
61 ईयर की हूँ मैं, कभी नहीं ये देखा, कभी नहीं इस तरह देखा जो इस दफ़ा पाकिस्तान में हुआ, इस तरह कभी नहीं हुआ।
Imran Khan's convoy from Lahore reached Islamabad, the site of his arrest just a few weeks earlier.
Khan Sahib, you seem really relaxed.
Yeah, I'm relaxed. Prepared for all eventualities.
Are you too relaxed?
I'm concerned. I'm not relaxed. I'm worried, but my leader is relaxed. Obviously, we should be worried because there's no protection on place. And what is required as a security point of view is there's no security in place.
In August 2022, a gunman attacked Khan's convoy, shooting the former Prime Minister in the leg. Khan's guards had had their weapons seized by the caretaker government. Now they could only protect him with these ballistic plates. The bulletproof bubble made its way into the court complex. Khan signed in. Even inside this supposedly secure building, his guards weren't taking any chances. Our camera wasn't allowed inside the courtroom.
Because your name is not included in the list, so you have to leave now.
Security outside the court was tight. The mass of passionate supporters that has followed Khan for years was nowhere to be seen. After a few hours, the hearing finished.
Can I ask,
Please.
Your point of view, how did it go?
We approached the Islamabad High Court, and altogether there were 9 bail applications.
How did you feel it went?
Well, it was okay. I mean, we got bail thanks to our wizard here. He's Salman Sattar. He's become even a bigger expert in criminal law since he's been dealing with my cases. There's so many of them.
The cases against Khan ranged from theft and sedition to murder.
So, Mr. Imran Khan, at the age of 71, has, as per the prosecution and as per the government, he has started his career as a criminal, and altogether, 150 cases were registered after the age of 70. Now, this is very absurd. It does not make sense.
लेकिन वो प्रेशर डालता है जजेस पे। तुम्हें इस वक्त टीम चाहिए ना?
चाहिए सर।
क्योंकि तुम्हारा अकेले के ऊपर ही तो सारा। इस वक्त शो है जिस तरह मेरी पार्टी का 1 मैन शो है, तुम्हारा इस वक्त जुडिशरी में 1 मैन शो बना हुआ है। जो इनको उड़ाया जा रहा है ना, you can't believe.
Khan's next stop was the anti-terrorism court.
चलो, अब हम क्या हो रहा है जनाब? पैदल ही चले जाते हैं, हमें तो इतना लेकिन ये बड़ा डेंजरस है बाय द वे, हाई बिल्डिंग्स है। उधर इन्होंने लास्ट टाइम स्नाइपर्स भी ऊपर बैठाने की कोशिश की थी मुझे मारने की।
After Khan's arrest, the vandalization of army property had shocked the nation. Though the PTI leadership condemned the destruction, blame was placed at the highest levels, and Khan faced charges of terrorism. The exact number of those detained after the May 9th protests is not clear, because the whereabouts of several people is unknown.
इस तारीख को सुबह तकरीबन 4 बजे वो आए।
Qazi Mishwani was at home when armed men, some in uniform, came in search for his son, Azhar Mishwani, a leader of the PTI social media team. Azhar has been in hiding since May the 9th. When the men couldn't find him, they took his elder brother, Zahoor.
तो उसको भी उठा लिया। मैं गया कि भाई आप कौन है? मैंने कहा मैं वालिद हूँ उसका। तो मुझे भी उठा लिया और ये जो छोटा गेट है, बड़े गेट के साथ इसी गेट से निकलते ही हमारे मुंह के ऊपर वो गुलाब चढ़ा दिया गया।
After 4 days at an unknown location, Qazi was released. Zahoor was not.
लेकिन इन्होंने ज़हूर को नहीं छोड़ा। मैंने जब उनसे ये कहा, जब उन्होंने मुझे लाकर छोड़ रहे थे, तो मैंने कहा उस ऑफिसर साहब से कि भाई आप ज़हूर को भी छोड़ दें। तो उन्होंने कहा उसे भी जी हमारी भी थोड़ी सी है, कोई मसला है, हम 2 दिन के बाद छोड़ दें।
Zahoor has now been missing for over 9 months. The police said they have no record of him. Zahoor was a lecturer at Punjab College and had no political affiliation. He has 4 young children.
They took him, I don't know how, but they took Dadabu with them. They had big guns. They were in normal clothes. And some were in army clothes.
Zahoor's eldest brother, Mazar, teaches at the same college.
When they came for arrest, there were some people in plain clothes, but there were in uniform also, and they were CTD uniforms. They were carrying guns, and their vans were of CTD.
And what is the CTD?
A counter-terrorism department. We believe they have him, but in the court, they have denied his possession.
Within your own circles, are you aware of other people who have been disappeared or who are in detention?
Yes, I am aware of a person, my colleague in Punjab College. He was a physics teacher, and he was picked up. His name is Umair Zahoor. He was disappeared like this.
How's that affected the students there?
Mentally or psychologically, they have been affected. That the students, they don't think that this country is safe for us now. So they have no trust in the state now.
Back in Islamabad, Khan's final destination was the National Accountability Bureau, where he faced corruption charges. Campaigning against corruption was Khan's platform to power. Charges from this court would eventually lead to his downfall. Throughout the month, more criminal cases were steadily filed against Khan. Then in August 2023, it happened. Khan was arrested from his home in Lahore, found guilty of corruption, and sentenced to 3 years in prison. We returned to Pakistan that same month. Khan had been in jail for 2 weeks. We met with one of his lawyers, Intisar Panjuta, and followed him to a bail hearing.
So did he kind of like expect this to happen?
Yeah, we were expecting when he left the office as Prime Minister on the 9th of April 2022. The first meeting we had was on the legal issues. The first meeting he called was of lawyers. And he knew from day one that he is going to face a long battle ahead, you know. He was mentally prepared.
Our camera wasn't allowed to follow Intisar inside the court, but he wasn't there for long. The case was adjourned as the prosecution asked for more time to prepare.
Like, what's really going on?
You see, the underlying attempt or effort which seems to be is to break down Imran Khan and bring him to the point where he surrenders before them. They want him to surrender and admit their superiority, which he is not going to do in any case. This is not democracy. This is not rule of law. There is nothing which we can expect that it is according to the law. The present regime This is kind of undeclared martial law.
Were you in the government when PTI were in power? And do you wish you did more to change this system when you were in power? When you did have that influence?
Now we can reflect on things which where we made mistakes. We wish we could have done more. We wish we could have changed the entire system.
We caught up with lawyer Khadija Siddiqui. Her client, Taiba Raja, was still behind bars, awaiting trial. She was heading into court for yet another attempt to press for bail.
So now I'm really hoping that today it is finally adjudicated upon, because now it's really been long. Now I think it's amounting to a travesty of justice, because females, when they're entitled to statutory right of bail, but every week the case is fixed, and unfortunately it is very unprecedented that for one reason or the other it is delayed.
This was the 10th time Khadija had petitioned for Taiba's bail, but the hearing was adjourned yet again. Taiba and her cellmates had now been in jail for 4 months without facing trial.
I'm just worried because my clients are behind the bars for no fault of their own. They were just exercising peaceful right to protest. If there is so much incriminating evidence against them, bring it forth. Why are you hiding files from us? Why are you not telling what role they are incorporated against them? So it's just useless.
We wrote to the Lahore High Court, the Counter-Terrorism Department, and Pakistan's Interior Ministry, asking them about the jailing of activists and PTI workers. We did not hear back. Muhammad travelled to meet his mother, Sanam, at the Anti-Terrorism Court.
I now 108 or 9 days. Are you excited?
Yes, I am.
हम रह जाएंगे पीछे आप लोगों को लाने के लिए, खटने के लिए.
I will stay relaxed in the jail, bro.
क्यों?
आदी हो गए अब हम.
It's just a jail.
In Pakistan, the highest proportion of the prison population are those yet to face trial.
I just didn't want to leave the room, but this is the rules of the jail that it's a time by time you have to leave. I was happy, but in the end I was sad because I have to leave her. And so she looked at me and smiled and says, "Take care of your sister, don't fight with her." The policeman came and she just went back in the prison van and just go to the jail.
Before we left Pakistan, we asked Imran Khan's lawyer, Intisar, what he thinks has led to Khan and the PTI's troubles.
The judiciary has failed to play its role. The parliament has failed to play its role. The executive has failed to play its role. It is a joint thing backed by the establishment.
Can you say the word army on camera or not?
That will be inappropriate, I think. So everybody knows, everyone knows, even if I have used word establishment. So I think that is enough.
In January 2024, Imran Khan and his wife received a 14-year sentence for corruption. Khan and Shah Mahmood Qureshi received a further 10 years for revealing state secrets. Their lawyers have said they will lodge an appeal. Khan is banned from politics for a decade. The PTI are contesting elections in February, with nearly all its senior leaders in jail or in hiding. Even the party's symbol, a cricket bat, has been erased from the electoral ballot. Though he appears politically run out, it's premature to think that Imran Khan's innings are over.